My girlfriend said, "I'm embarrassed to be seen with you. Fix your style or we're over." I replied, "I'll work on it." Then I canceled the vacation to Paris I'd been planning to surprise her with. Her devastation when she saw the Instagram stories from the trip I took alone. I, 32 male, have been with Madison, 29, for about 18 months. We met through a buddy's birthday party. She was the friend of a friend who showed up looking like she'd stepped out of a fashion magazine. Me? I was wearing my usual cargo shorts and a band t-shirt from 2008. Somehow, we hit it off anyway. At first, she thought my dad's style was endearing, called it authentic and unpretentious. She'd laugh when I showed up to dates in my New Balance sneakers and say things like, "You're so refreshingly different from the guys I usually date." That changed about 6 months ago. Small comments at first. "Maybe we should get you some new jeans?" Or, "Have you considered updating your wardrobe?" I brushed it off. I'm a software developer who works from home. My clients don't care if I'm wearing a 3-piece suit or pajamas as long as the code works. 2 weeks ago, we were supposed to meet her friends at this upscale rooftop bar. I wore what I thought was nice, khakis and a polo shirt. When I picked her up, her face fell. "Really? That's what you're wearing?" "What's wrong with it?" she sighed. "Nothing. Let's just go." The whole night, she kept distance between us. When her friend Brittany complimented her dress, Madison made a point of saying she'd picked it out herself, unlike some people who need help with basic fashion choices. Her friends exchanged looks. I felt like a piece of furniture. In the car afterward, she exploded. "I'm embarrassed to be seen with you, Daniel. You dress like you've given up on life. Cargo shorts, graphic tees, those awful sneakers. We're adults, not college freshmen." "Madison, this is how I've always dressed. You knew this when we started dating." "I thought you'd grow out of it, or at least make an effort for me." Brittany's boyfriend wore a designer shirt tonight. Kelsey's wore Italian shoes. And you? You looked like you were heading to a barbecue in 2003. "So this is about impressing your friends?" She turned to face me. "It's about respect, for yourself and for me. Either fix your style or we're done." "I'm serious, Daniel. I can't do this anymore." I sat there, stunned. After a long pause, I said, "I'll work on it." She smiled, kissed my cheek. "Thank you, baby. You'll see. It'll be fun. We can go shopping this weekend." Here's what Madison didn't know. I'd been planning a surprise trip to Paris for our upcoming anniversary. Business class flights, 5-star hotel overlooking the Eiffel Tower, dinner reservations at Michelin-starred restaurants. The works. I'd saved for 6 months, even took on extra freelance projects. The tickets were fully refundable until next week. That night, I canceled her ticket. Update 1. Kept the Paris plan to myself and played along with Madison's makeover schemes. We went shopping last Saturday. She picked out clothes that weren't me at all. Slim fit everything, designer labels, shoes that cost more than my laptop. I tried stuff on, nodded along, but bought nothing. "Why aren't you getting anything?" she asked, frustrated. "Just want to think about it?" "It's a big change." She rolled her eyes but seemed satisfied I was considering it. Meanwhile, I went to Target alone, bought 3 new plain t-shirts, 2 pairs of regular jeans, and 1 button-down shirt. Nothing fancy but clean and new. When Madison saw them, she laughed. "Target? Really? I literally showed you quality pieces, and you went to Target?" "Baby steps," I said. She shook her head. "At this rate, you'll be stylish by the time you're 50. The entitlement was staggering. She wanted me to drop $2,000 on a new wardrobe because she was embarrassed. After I'd accepted her quirks, her inability to cook anything beyond cereal, her habit of being 30 minutes late to everything, her complete disinterest in any of my hobbies. The Paris trip was 5 days away. I'd taken the time off work. Told her I'd be visiting my brother, who was in on it. She barely acknowledged it, too busy planning my fashion transformation. Wednesday night, she sent me links to 12 different style guides for men. The subject line, "Please actually read these." Thursday, she texted me photos from her lunch with Brittany. "Look at what Brittany's boyfriend wore to pick her up. This is what I mean." Friday morning, I packed my carry-on, my usual clothes, my comfortable sneakers, my ancient but functional backpack. Update 2. Landed in Paris Saturday morning. First thing I did, posted an Instagram story from the airline lounge, just a coffee and croissant tagged with the location. 20 minutes later, my phone exploded. Madison calling. Ignored it. Texts flooding in. What? Why are you at the airport? Is this a joke? Call me now. Daniel, what is happening? I thought you were at your brother's, I replied once. Taking some time to work on myself like you suggested. Having coffee in Paris, talk when I get back. Then I turned off read receipts and muted her messages. The hotel was incredible. That view I'd imagined sharing with her? Enjoyed it solo with a glass of wine and zero judgment about my outfit. Posted another story, just the Eiffel Tower sparkling at night, no caption needed. Madison must have seen it immediately, because she called 14 times in a row. Then came the voicemails, which I listened to later. Daniel, this isn't funny anymore. Are you seriously in Paris without me? I cannot believe you would be this petty. We need to talk right now. This is so immature, I can't even. Her friend Brittany started DMing me. Wow, really? Madison is crying her eyes out, hope you're happy. Kelsey joined in. This is cruel, Daniel. She just wanted you to dress better. I didn't respond to anyone. Instead, I enjoyed Paris. Wore my cargo shorts to the Louvre, my ratty sneakers walked through Versailles. My decade-old t-shirt dined at restaurants where couples around me wore designer everything. And you know what? Nobody cared. The waiters were professional. Other tourists nodded and smiled. An elderly French couple even asked me to take their photo, complimenting my English when I wished them a lovely day. Posted strategic stories throughout the trip. The dinner cruise on the Seine, table for two, one empty chair visible. The champagne tasting, the sunset from Sacré-Cœur. Never showed my face or my outfits, just the experiences. Update 3, flew back Tuesday night. Wednesday morning, Madison was at my apartment door when I got back from my run. She looked rough, eyes puffy, hair unwashed, wearing sweatpants and an old college hoodie. Ironic. We need to talk, she said. Sure, come in. She sat on my couch, the same spot where she'd given me the ultimatum 2 weeks earlier. How could you do that to me? Tears already starting. Do what? Go to Paris. You know I've always wanted to go. I needed some time to think about our relationship. By going to Paris? Her voice cracked. That was supposed to be our trip. Couples go to Paris. Funny thing about that, I said, pulling out my phone. This was actually supposed to be your surprise anniversary gift. I showed her the original booking confirmation. Both our names, business class, the hotel, everything. Her face went white. You had this planned? For 6 months. And you just canceled my ticket? Went without me? You said you were embarrassed to be seen with me, Madison. Why would I take someone to Paris who's ashamed of being photographed next to me? I didn't mean I just wanted you to dress better. No, you wanted me to become someone else. Someone who would impress Brittany and Kelsey. Someone who drops hundreds on shoes and thousands on clothes. That's not me. So you punished me? Stole my trip? I canceled your ticket to my trip that I paid for, after you threatened to leave me over cargo shorts. She stood up, pacing. This is so messed up. Everyone thinks you're a monster now. Brittany says you're emotionally abusive. Kelsey thinks you're a narcissist. That's interesting. What did you tell them about the ultimatum you gave me? Silence. You didn't tell them, did you? Just that I went to Paris without you? They didn't need the whole story. Right. So I'm the bad guy who randomly abandoned you, not the guy who refused to be bullied into changing his entire identity. She grabbed her phone. Look at this. Look. She showed me her friend group chat. Dozens of messages dragging me, calling me cheap, selfish, probably cheating. Madison hadn't corrected any of it. You let them think I'm a cheater rather than admit you gave me an ultimatum about my clothes. I didn't let them think anything. You also didn't correct them. Her phone rang. Brittany. Madison answered on speaker. Babe, did you confront him? What did he say? I'm here now, Madison said, glaring at me. Make him explain himself. That Paris trip was cruel. Shane would never do that to me. He's taking me to Cabo next month, first class. Madison's face reddened. That's great, Britt. You deserve someone who treats you like a queen, not some schlub who wears New Balance to nice restaurants. Did he at least apologize? I grabbed the phone. Hi, Brittany. Quick question. Did Madison mention she threatened to dump me if I didn't buy a new designer wardrobe? Silence. Brittany? That's different. She just wants you to look presentable. Presentable, right? Like Shane? Shane has style. Shane also has daddy's money from what Madison's told me. I earned every penny for that Paris trip myself, coding in my cargo shorts. I hung up and handed the phone back to Madison. Update 4, Madison left that day, slamming the door. I thought that was the end. I was wrong. Thursday, she started her campaign. First, she called my mom. My mom told her I'd emotionally manipulated her and destroyed her trust. Mom called me concerned. Madison says you abandoned her for Paris? Mom, she threatened to dump me if I didn't buy designer clothes. I went alone on a trip I'd already paid for. Oh honey, why do you date these high-maintenance women? Good question. Friday, Madison upped her game. She posted a long Instagram story about narcissistic partners and emotional withholding. No names, but all our mutual friends knew who she meant. The comments were brutal. You deserve better. Men are trash. He never deserved you. Then came Saturday. She showed up at my apartment with 2 suitcases. What's this? My stuff? From when I stay over. I want it all back. Madison, you have like a toothbrush here. Maybe some clothes. I want everything that's mine. She pushed past me, started ransacking my place, grabbed the coffee mug she'd used once, the phone charger she'd left, even tried to take the throw pillows she'd picked out but I'd paid for. Those are mine, I said. I chose them. With my credit card. She threw them at me. You're pathetic. You know that? You'll die alone in your cargo shorts. Maybe, but I'll die comfortable. Then things got weird. She went to my closet, started pulling out the new clothes from Target. You bought these after we talked. Yeah. So they're partly mine. I influenced these purchases. Madison, that's insane. Is it? Is it? You wouldn't have bought them without me. I watched her stuff 3 t-shirts into her suitcase. It wasn't worth fighting over $20 of cotton. Her phone rang. Kelsey. Did you get your things? Shane's friend Trevor is here. The lawyer? He says you might have a case for emotional damages. Madison's eyes lit up. Really? Yeah, the Paris thing shows clear emotional abuse. Trevor says you could probably get compensation for the distress. I laughed out loud. Emotional damages? For what? Not being taken on a free vacation? Madison switched to speaker. He manipulated me, Kelsey. Led me to believe we were growing together, then abandoned me. Trevor's voice came through. Hiya, Daniel. I'm Trevor Paulson. I think we should discuss what happened here. Are you really a lawyer, Trevor? I'm in my 2nd year of law school. Cool. Here's what happened. I planned a surprise trip. Madison threatened to dump me over my clothing. I canceled her ticket and went alone. I have all the texts. Want to see them? Silence, Trevor? That doesn't sound actionable. Madison grabbed the phone. He's lying. I have screenshots, Madison, including the one where you called my style embarrassing and said we're over unless I change. She hung up on Trevor and Kelsey. Update 5 Sunday morning. I woke up to 23 Instagram notifications. Madison had posted a series of photos from when we were together, each with increasingly dramatic captions. Remember when love meant acceptance? Some people pretend to love you, then punish you for being honest. A real man would have taken me to Paris. The last one got me. I commented, a real partner wouldn't threaten to leave over clothing choices. Within minutes, her friends piled on. Defensive much? Small energy. Madison deserves someone who wants to look good for her. I screenshotted everything, then posted my own story. Just one image, the original Paris booking confirmation with both our names dated 6 months ago. Caption, planned for months, canceled when she said she was embarrassed to be seen with me. I went alone. That's it. That's the story. My phone blew up, but not how Madison expected. Mutual friends who'd only heard her version started reaching out. Wait, she actually said that? Dude, I'm sorry, I had no idea. Brittany made it sound totally different. Madison called within an hour. Take that down. Why? It makes me look shallow. I mean, it's private. Our relationship is private. Was it private when you told everyone I emotionally abused you? That's different. You did hurt me. By not conforming to your aesthetic standards, you're impossible. I'm consistent. Consistently myself, in my comfortable, unfashionable clothes. Monday, she made one last play. Showed up with Brittany and Shane. Shane, 6'2", perfectly styled, trying to look intimidating. We need to talk, bro, he said. Do we? You hurt Madison. That's not cool. I didn't take her on a trip I paid for. After she insulted me, that's all that happened. She just wanted you to improve yourself. I looked at his designer everything. his perfectly styled hair, his probably leased BMW in my parking lot. Shane, honest question, how much did that outfit cost? Why? Humor me. He shrugged. I don't know, maybe 800? Cool. I spent that on one night at the hotel in Paris, while wearing $20 jeans, because I have different priorities. Brittany jumped in. That's the problem. You don't prioritize. Madison deserves someone who makes an effort. She deserves someone who meets her standards. That's not me. We're done here. Madison started crying. Real tears this time. I loved you. You loved the idea of what you could turn me into. That's not true. Madison, you literally said you were embarrassed to be seen with me. I didn't mean it like that. How else could you possibly mean it? Silence. They left. Shane revved his BMW unnecessarily on the way out. Brittany posted something about knowing your worth on her story. Madison went quiet on social media. Final update. It's been 2 months now. Madison and I haven't spoken since that last confrontation. Through the grapevine, I heard she's dating someone new, a guy from her yoga class who apparently owns a boutique clothing store. Good for them. Brittany still posts passive-aggressive quotes about men who can't handle strong women. Kelsey unfollowed me. Shane tried to connect with me on LinkedIn for some reason. I declined. My mom set me up with her coworker's daughter. Nice woman, shows up to dates in jeans and sneakers. Didn't mention my cargo shorts once. We're taking things slow. I still have all the screenshots from Madison's ultimatum. Sometimes I look at them when I'm tempted to text her, remind myself why I left that airplane seat empty. Last week, I found one of her hair ties in my couch cushions, threw it away without any drama or emotion. Just tossed it and went back to my day. The Paris trip? Worth every penny. Not for the revenge or the Instagram stories or proving a point, but for the clarity. For realizing that someone who truly loves you doesn't demand you change everything about yourself to avoid their embarrassment. Madison wanted me to fix my style or lose her. I chose option 3. Keep my style, lose her, and gain some self-respect. Still wearing my cargo shorts, still shopping at Target, still completely fine with who I am. The only thing I regret? Not seeing the red flags earlier. Like when she made me skip my cousin's barbecue because the pictures would look so suburban. Or when she asked me to park my Honda around the corner when visiting her friends with nice cars. But hey, live and learn. In comfortable, affordable clothing. To anyone dealing with similar ultimatums, if someone's embarrassed by you, they're not your person. Your person will hold your hand in public whether you're wearing Gucci or Goodwill. Don't let anyone make you feel small for being yourself. That's my story. No dramatic revelations, no sobbing reconciliations, no last-minute plot twists. Just a guy who chose his cargo shorts over a girl who couldn't accept them. And honestly, these pockets are really convenient. Madison never appreciated the utility.